Good morning, afternoon, evening, yogis. My name is Beth Beaton-Mossert. Welcome to a production of Yoga Mandali, a coronavirus production of Yoga Mandali. This is my first time doing this, so please bear with me. Let's start this practice this morning by just closing the eyes, taking one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. Last breath. And generally, here we start our practices with a little bit of singing, a little bit of mantra, man, the mind, tra, that which frees the mind. One of my favorites is loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, safe and protected, healthy and strong. Feel free to sing along with me, or just listen to the sound vibration and open your heart to it. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Two more times. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. One more time. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. I'm making the sound of Om, big breath in. This is a really good time to bring to mind maybe someone in your life that needs a little bit of what you're chasing after right now, a little bit of grounding, sanity, serenity, and you can actually bring them into the practice energetically with you. And this is how we connect to the wider world. We do our work, we feel what we need, and we extend it out beyond and into the vibration of the world. Especially those people who we maybe don't have an affinity for. That Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu prayer always makes me think about bringing in the people that I maybe have some struggles with. So let's start this asana practice here by just having a seat and reaching the arms out nice and wide, spreading the fingers and then drawing the shoulders into their sockets. And on an inhale, bring the backs of your hands together and lift your heart up. And on an exhale, bring your palms together and round your back. So a little bit of a cat-cow sensation here. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. And 2 more, open up. And exhale. Last one, inhale, open. Maybe linger a little bit here, opening the heart. I don't know about you, but I've been slightly contracted lately. And exhale, curl. And then let's come right around to hands and knees and get the spine moving nice and fluid in a cat-cow shape. So rotating the eyes of the elbows forward a tiny bit, drawing the belly into the spine, pressing the crown of the head and the tailbone away, and then curling the toes under on an inhale, lift. And then on an exhale, press the floor away, let the head dangle, lift the back body. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhaling. And exhaling, and then lingering here in this nice cat shape. And then when you're ready, keeping the back body lifted, curl the toes under and start to bring your hips back to your first downward facing dog. Let's go for crazy length in the spine by bending the knees and take a big breath in and then exhaling, pressing the hips back. And 2 more, bending the knees almost to the floor. Inhale. And exhaling, bringing the belly into the spine, rotating the inner thighs in and the backs of the thighs back. And doing 1 more on your own here. I'm going to get a little music going. This is a Spotify playlist. We'll see how it works out. Which was put together for some royalty-free music. Thank you, Spotify. Taking an extra couple breaths here in this downward facing dog. I want you to think more about pulling your hips back than pressing your palms forward. And letting your spine be liberated and long. And 1 more breath. Exhale fully. Bend your knees, look forward to the front edge of your mat, and begin to walk your feet up toward your hands. At the top of the mat, slide your hands up your shins for a nice long flat back. And then exhale, ragdoll. Soften your knees. You can catch your opposite elbows. The back of your neck be super duper long and loose. You can let your hands dangle. Maybe you want to flutter your lips. I won't do that because I have a microphone and I don't think you want to hear that. But take 2 more big breaths. Last breath. And then softening the knees, start to roll up, stacking your vertebrae, letting your head and your hands dangle as you take the torso all the way up. And then at the top, reach the arms up, let the palms touch. And then exhale the hands out to the sides, bend the knees, drop the tailbone down, pull the shoulders into their sockets just like we did seated. Inhale, bring the backs of the hands together and lift the heart. And then exhale, round the back, palms can touch. And 2 more. Inhale, open up that front body. And then exhale, round that back body.
And one more time, inhaling.
And exhaling.
And then inhale your arms all the way up, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale, reaching forward, lengthen the spine, and fold.
Inhale to a flat back. And then planting your palms, step your right foot back to a lunge. And we'll make 3 cat-cow shapes in this lunge. So on an inhale, curl in, pick up the toes, forehead to shin.
Exhale, sink the hips, lift
The crown of the head up. And 2 more, in.
and exhale.
And last one, inhale.
And exhale, sink your hips.
Low, 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 and then pick up the back of the right leg and sink the hips a little lower to give the right hip flexor a little bit 11. Plant that right hand inside that left foot, curl the left hip under, and then inhale, reach that left arm up and open. Exhale, curl it under, look forward. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Reach the arms forward and up.
And find nice high lunge. Reaching up. And then open up to the side of the mat. Turn that right heel in. Finding goddess. So widening out through the elbows and the knees. And taking a big breath in. And then exhale your hands to your inner thighs. Sink the hips a little bit lower. Big breath in. On an exhale, press the right thigh away, sink the hips, and look over the left shoulder. And on an inhale, peel the right shoulder up. Exhale, press that left thigh back. Inhaling, center. 1 more on each side. Exhale, press and twist. And back to center. And exhale, press and twist. And then we're spinning around to the other side of the mat in a nice low lunge. And we'll do the same exact thing. So cat, cow, curl in. Uncurl.
Curl in.
Uncurl.
1 more.
Uncurl, sinking the hips.
Lifting the heart up a little bit. When the hips are low, engage the back of the left leg. Sink the hips a little bit lower. And then 3 of those twists. Planting the left palm, tucking the right hip under. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, curl. And 2 more. Reaching. And curling. And last one. Reaching. And curling. And now pressing the feet away from each other, drawing the thighs toward each other, reaching the arms forward.
And then all the way up for high lunge. And opening up again, goddess at the side of the mat.
Sinking down. Big breath in. Exhale the hands to the inner thighs. And then 1 more time, same thing. Press that left thigh back, twist and look over the right shoulder. We're hoping that you are doing this in a way that feels curative. So inhale, and then exhale. We want this to feel good and curative. And then 1 more on each side. Inhaling and exhaling. And last one. And exhaling. We'll spin it around to the front of the mat, sinking the hips. Let's take it through an easy vinyasa, planting your palms, stepping that left foot back to a plank. You can shift that weight a little bit forward over the shoulders. You can leave the legs engaged or drop the knees. Keep the elbows close and lower down slow. Let's find a nice serpentine cobra. So pressing into the tops of the feet, taking the TP fingers out. On an inhale, curl up. Exhale, drop your right shoulder, twist and look over the left. Peel right shoulder up. Exhale, twist and look over the right. Let's do one more on each side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one, inhaling. Let's lift up, draw the shoulders into their sockets, press the palms away, get a little bit of length. And exhale all the way down. Slide the hands under the shoulders, curl the toes under, bum to heels. And find a nice downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths.
Inhaling your right leg up behind you. Make 3 circles. Take that knee into the nose, out to the side, and on an exhale, press it back. Press into the right heel. Try to drop the left. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhaling. Rising onto the left toes, curl the right knee in toward the nose and step it through.
Ground that back left foot and float the arms forward and up, finding warrior 1.
So we're pressing the feet away, taking the inner thighs toward each other, lifting the torso up out of the pelvis. Big breath in. Exhale, pull the elbows down and lift the heart up.
Inhale, forward and up. Exhale. We're hoping this feels good. And if it doesn't, we're hoping you modify in such a way that it does feel good. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Find your hands and interlace your fingers. Softness in the elbows. If it feels okay, work the arms a little bit straighter. If it doesn't, keep them bent. Press your feet away. Keep your thighs reaching toward each other. Add a little back bend. And then beginning to hinge and fold. Press your feet away. Keep your left hip drawing forward. Right hip back, heart leading. Go slow, be true. Leave the hand on the low back or start to lift the palm heel. Again, we are hoping this feels good and curative. Use your breath.
Last full breath. On an exhale, release your hands down to either side of your right foot. Begin to straighten your right leg, tucking the right hip under you, lengthen your spine, and fold. We can do that 2 more times. Lengthen up. And fold. And last time, and then we'll hold that for a couple of breaths because that is so yummy. Exhale, hinge and fold. Press your feet away, draw your thighs together. Squeeze the juice out of the sensations you are right now feeling by breathing into them. Last breath. Looking forward, please shift the weight into that right foot, picking the left leg up, playing with standing split, nice and fluid. So take a big breath in, and then exhale, curl your knees into your nose. Inhale, extend.
Exhale, curl. Extend. And then play here. So you might just hang out. You might take this right hand to the back of the calf to bind. You might want to play with balance by bringing the left hand also to the ankle. Take 2 big breaths. Last breath. And release. Bend your knees, sink your hips, reach your arms out in front of you. Dropping your tailbone down, coming to Utkatasana. So start to imagine you're about to drop your bum down into a big fluffy beanbag chair, and then you're also reaching up for a trapeze bar. 2 breaths. Exhale, fold. Let's find a nice vinyasa, flat back. Planting palms, you can step or hop your feet right back. Shifting the weight forward. You can leave your legs engaged or drop your knees. Lower halfway. Flip the feet. Lift the torso. Back to downward facing dog. Two more breaths. On the next, inhale, the left leg rises. Same activity, knee to nose, out to the side, and then press it back. 2 more. Last one. Pressing, pressing, pressing. Press into the left heel. Try to drop the right heel, lengthen the spine. And then rising onto the right toes, knee into the nose, step it forward. Setting up for warrior 1 on this side. So press those feet away. Draw the thighs together and then reach the arms forward and up. Sinking the hips down and lifting the torso. Remember, we want these things to feel curative and nourishing. So big breath in. And then exhale, melt the heart open. And 2 more times. Forward and up. Open. 1 more. Open it up. See if you can find your hands. Interlace your fingers. Soften your elbows. Stay here. Or start to drop the palm heel down. Press the feet away, lift the heart up, a little tiny back bend. Keep pressing the feet away. We're drawing the inner thighs together as we press the feet away. Left hip pulling back, right hip forward. Heart leading, head following. Lift the palm heel or leave it on the low back. Let's take a few breaths here. Last breath in and out. Releasing the hands to both sides of the left foot. And we're beginning now to straighten that left leg. Pulling the hips straight back as we draw the inner thighs together, lengthening the spine. Hinge and fold. And 2 more times. Rise. And fall. And last one. And then you can hang out there and play with sensation. Pressing feet away, drawing thighs together, lengthening spine. How is the breath moving through the shape? Is it nourishing? Last breath.
Exhale fully. Shift the weight into the left foot. And now we're picking that right foot up.
And we're playing with standing split. So take a big breath in. Exhale, curl knees to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Extend. And then play here. So you might even have that knee bent. If you're breathing and you're at your edge with expansion and you're playing with the shape, that's what we're hoping for. If you want to play with the bind, the left hand comes to the back of the calf, and that might help you get a little extension. If you want to play with balance, also can take the right hand to the ankle. One more big breath, in and out. Exhale, release that foot. Oi, soften the knees, reach the arms out in front of you, keep the tailbone dropping down, belly into the spine. You're dropping your bum down into a comfy chair. You're reaching up for a bar. 2 breaths. One more. Exhale, fold. You can flow through vinyasa here. Flat back, planting palms, step back, plank position. Or you can rise, you can drop your knees and rest in a child's pose. Dropping your knees back, bringing your bum toward your heels, and extending your arms. Your forehead can rest. You can bring your hands down alongside your shins. Let's take about 3 big curative breaths. Exhale fully. And then when you're ready, start to rise up. It's important to take those periods of time to digest the prana, which is carried on the breath. It's like a food source in a way. So rising up onto the knees. Let's step this left foot forward and make right angles. So the right hip is over the knee, and the left knee is over the ankle. I'm going to spin around this way. So take your arms all the way up. Bring your hands to prayer. Start to hinge forward at the waist, and then bring your right elbow outside your left knee. Begin to press your hands to your heart and lift your heart to your hands. Try to stack your elbows. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, twist a little more. Take 2 big breaths, finding length. You can stay here. You can play with this shape. The right hand can come to the floor and the left arm up. You can play with the bind. The left hand comes under and the right hand finds it. And you try not to get hooked in your microphone. Curl your right toes under. And then you can pick up that right leg. Try to twist open. 2 breaths, wherever you are. And then come out the way you came in. Lifting the torso here. Begin to straighten this left leg. We're coming into Hanuman Asana in some variation. So half Hanuman. Inhaling the arms up. And then lengthening the spine and beginning to fold here. And you can wave yourself into this shape. Inhaling and exhaling. And you can do a couple of those, and you can decide to stay here, pulling left hip back, right hip forward, really flexing this left foot. So you feel that all the way down the back of the hamstring as it attaches to the foot and the shin. If you want to play with full Hanumanasana, start to lift the torso up. This is a back bend, and you can stay right here. You can grab your blocks or the pillows from your couch And you can start to think about keeping a little bend in the front knee as you slide the back knee back. You can stick a little block under here, but try to keep this torso upright. And then bit by bit, breathe your way into the shape. Breathe your way into the shape. When you get there, think about lifting the heart up. Let's have 3 breaths in this shape. Last breath. And when you're ready, wherever you landed, start to slide this left foot back. Just have a seat on your heels, palms in your lap, chin to chest, chest to chin. Digest. So we make pathways. We open up places that might be stuck in the body, and then the breath can get in there, and the prana that's carried on the breath nourishes us. So digest. Digest. 2 big breaths. Exhale fully. And then rising up onto the knees, we'll play with the other side. So stepping that right foot forward. And now the right knee is over the right ankle, and the left hip is over the left knee. Sweeping the arms all the way up. Hands to prayer. Hinge and fold. So to take the left elbow outside the right thigh, pressing into the ball of the right foot, pulling the right hip back, lift the heart to the hands, press the hands to the heart. You can peel that right shoulder back a little bit. So digest this shape with your breath. If you want to play a little bit, the left hand can drop to the floor as the right arm rises. If you like that bind, take the left hand under. Right hand can find it. You can stay right here. Twist open. If you want to, you can curl the left toes under and pick that leg up. And then twist open. And then coming out the way you came in. Inhaling. Hands to prayer. And now we'll be playing a little bit with Hanumanasana on this side. So straightening that right leg. Start to sweep the arms all the way up. Lengthen the spine. And dive in. It helps to rise and fall here. Flex that right foot so you can feel the hamstring all the way down the heel. Opening up energetic pathways. The body, the mind, it is all connected. Take a couple breaths right here. You can stay right here. If you want to start to play with that full Hanumanasana, you can begin to slide this right foot forward. Keep a little bend in the right knee. Think about sliding the left leg back. You can put a little block underneath your leg, trying to keep the torso upright. Inhaling and exhaling. It is a back bend, so try to lean back a little. A few breaths. Last breath. And when you're ready, just slide this right foot back and have a seat on your heels. Palms in your lap, chin to your chest, chest to your chin. Clear the palate.
Exhale fully. Let's have a seat here on the mat. Let's extend this left leg forward and bring the right foot inside the left thigh. So if that's funky on your knee or your hip, you can slide a little block right underneath. If it feels okay, let it drop right down. The right hip's drawing forward and the left hip is drawing back. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then exhale, reaching forward here. You can hold onto your foot. You can get a strap. You can have your knee bent. Keep your spine long and then dive into that shape. And breathe. Keep drawing that right hip forward, left hip back, extending the spine. Let's have 3 big breaths. Last breath. Exhale fully and then continue to hold on to this left foot. So bend the knee and interlace the fingers underneath the foot. Pick the foot up, draw the thigh in toward the chest, and lengthen the spine. And you might be right here at your edge. Try to keep the bind between the left thigh and the left rib cage and work the leg a little straighter. Work that leg a little bit straighter. Lengthen the spine, drop the toes down. Let's take 2 big breaths. Tight calves are a thing. It's a thing. Breathe into the thing. Just talking about myself right here. Last breath. Exhale fully. And then bending the left knee, start to take the shin across the body to rock the baby. So you can take the hand to the foot and the knee, lengthen the spine. If it's available, hook the foot into the elbow crease. And then I want you to close your eyes and rock the baby. This can be forward and back, side to side. Keep the spine super duper long. Try to keep the jaw soft. And 2 more breaths. Let's play with compass here. You can begin to take this left knee up over the left shoulder. It might just come to the upper arm, so you just be where you are with that shape. Pick it up as high as you can. Try to drape it over your shoulder. And this can be your edge. You can actually come right back to rock the baby if you're out. But if this is working for you, start to take the right hand to the top of the foot. Release the left hand to the floor, and it's like a little bit of a kickstand for you. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, we'll start to work this left leg towards straight. And this could be it, and you breathe. You might come a little higher. Just keep playing with your edge. And if you get that leg kind of straightened, you can start to drop the left sit bone down and try to lean back a little bit. And breathe. Last breath. And on an exhale, release. Just extend both legs out in front of you. Take a nice little easy forward bend. Soften the knees. Drape yourself forward here. Let your head be soft. A couple big breaths. And then rising up, bending your knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the floor, your fingertips facing your bum. Let's just counterpose that. Take a big breath in, exhale fully. And on an inhale, lift your hips, lift your heart. 2 breaths. And sink your bum back down. Extend your legs and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now we're taking this left foot inside the right thigh. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward, lengthen your spine. Reaching up and diving into the shape. Remember, you can put a little something under the left knee if that feels safe. Make that spine as long as you can. That left hip's drawing forward, that right hip's drawing back, and we are breathing.
One more big breath in and out. When you're ready, start to take the torso upright. We'll bend the right knee and interlace the fingers under the foot. Try to keep the relationship between the right rib cage and the right thigh connected. Pick that foot up, draw it in, lengthen your spine. That can be your edge. Close your eyes. Forget about anything else I say and breathe. If you have a little opening, press the foot into the hand. Keep the bind between the rib and the thigh. Lengthen up. This is a chance for your left calf to get all the love. Big breaths. One more. And bend your right knee. Start to draw the shin across the chest. And you can bring the hand to the foot and the knee and lengthen your spine. If there's the opening, you can draw that in to the crease of the elbow. Close your eyes. Rock the baby. Forward and back, side to side. Wherever you want to make a little space, go there. When you're ready, if you want to play with a compass, this right knee will come up and over the right shoulder or wherever it lands. Pick it up high. And then take this left hand on top of the right foot. Releasing the right hand to the floor like a little kickstand. Take a big breath in. And then on an exhale, we'll start to work this right leg towards straight. And that might be your edge and your breathing and all is well. If it's available, keep playing with that shape. Lengthening up, opening up, and breathing. One more big breath in and out. And release. Let's find a nice straddle forward bend here. So bring those feet out wide. Press your hips forward. For some of us, this makes us rock back here. So bring your fingertips behind you and start to lengthen your spine up and open. And you can stay right here and breathe. If you want to start to hinge forward, you can bring your palms to the floor. You can get a block for your forehead and release the palms facing up. You could put that block right under your chest and breathe. Try to keep the spine nice and long and the feet flexed. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Take 2 more breaths. Last breath. And sliding the hands underneath the shoulders. Trying to take the torso upright. Slide those heels together and give a little wiggle. One little restorative back bend. And then a Shavasana. With all that opening that we did here, it's nice to get a little block underneath your sacrum. The block has 3 sides. Here, here, maybe here. And we'll slide it right here to the sacrum. And then lay right down. It should feel really, really good. Really, really good. Like a nice, big exhale. You can play with this shape. You can reach the arms over the head or out to the side. You might like your hands on your belly. Some people like to walk the feet out to the edge of the mat, let the knees drop in, or bring the feet together, let the knees drop out. You can try playing with straightening one leg and getting a stretch on the hip flexor, and the other leg, maybe both legs. Wiggle around until you find something that feels really releasing and curative. As we age, the spine gets a little bit less flexible, especially the sacrum, so it's nice to give it a chance to just release, release, release. Take 3 big breaths. Last breath. You can bring those feet up over the head for a little inversion to finish off our practice. So leaving that block exactly where it is and extending the legs up over the head. There's a little sweet spot where it's effortless to have your legs up. You'll find it if you play around. And just let the body be breathed here. This is such a curative posture. It's a variation of legs up the wall, which was studied and shown that the same things that the body produces in rest and digest, when we swap over from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system, your body produces those when you put it in this shape. Serotonin, GABA. So if you ever find yourself in one of those days where you can't catch your breath, this is the ticket. Why don't you take 3 more breaths here? I'm going to swap that music out to a little something for Shavasana. When you're ready, bend your knees back into your chest. Release the soles of your feet to the floor. Lift up your hips and slide that block out from underneath you. You can extend your legs out in front of you. And roll down onto your back. When you get there, take a minute to wiggle. Flop your hands around. Flop your feet around. Maybe move your arms around. Your work here is to release all effort of holding yourself up in any way. So let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, and sink. Let go, let go, let go, let go, and sink. Every exhale, feel the weight of your physical body release into the earth beneath you.
And on every inhale, imagine that you're expanding upward and outward infinitely. And going between those two sensations of being fully rooted and grounded and expanding infinitely back and forth. You'll hear the sound of a Tibetan singing bowl. On every sound vibration, you can let go. This is a poem by Dana Folds. In this time where we're trying to figure out who we are now, we're all grouping and regrouping. It's a beautiful poem. Who you are is so much more than what you do. The essence shining through heart, soul, and center, the bare and bold truth of you does not lie in your to-do list. You're not just at the surface of your skin, not just the impulse to arrange the muscles of your face into a smile or a frown, not just boundless energy or bone-wearying fatigue. Dive deeper. You are divinity, the vast and open sky of spirit. It is the light of God, the ember at your core, the passion and the presence, the timeless, deathless essence of you that reaches out and touches me. Who you are transcends fear and turns suffering into liberation. Who you are is love. So begin to deepen your breath, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe rock your head from side to side. And when you're ready, stretch your arms up over your head, press into your feet, have a big breath in. Exhale fully. Hug your knees into your chest. Rolling onto your side. And making your way back to an upright, seated position. We'll finish our practice together. One time through Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, followed by the sound of Om. So take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, take a big breath into your own hands. And please sing. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Big breath in. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Stay strong, be true. Can't wait to see you all back in the studio again soon. I love you guys.